It's nice, really. Really, really nice.
Doing things the way they do it. So now they may resist change because this will involve, may require them to change their way of doing things. The third one is they tend to question the motives and resist the change when they don't believe or trust that the people initiating change mean well. When there is poor communication and people are not involved with the process, they will also resist change. Like you just come up, you are in an organization and you just come up with radical changes in an organization that people don't understand, they may tend to resist. The past negative experiences with change, like people will reflect on what happened to them when a change was initiated early and therefore decide to resist change coming from their past experiences. Change can threaten one's belief in the ability to perform well. I think that is self-explanatory, and for that reason, maybe I would request we go to the next slide. This now we explored ways through which people can manage change and resistance. Because as we had said earlier, when change comes, resistance is unavoidable. There are groups that will resist, there are groups that will conform to change. And for that reason, there are ways of, we explore the ways of managing change. Then we had identifying the barriers as one of them, overcoming inertia. Maybe I will just say that overcoming inertia is just focusing the benefits of change and build the momentum. Another one is fostering adaptability. Ensure that people encourage people to have a culture that embraces continuous improvement, such that they can easily adapt to the changes that have come. My colleagues, if I am taking too many, you will let me know so that we give the next person also an opportunity to present. Let's pass to who is coming next, please.
Oh, can you hear me?
I'm Susan. We are talking how to manage change resistance. Establish clear vision, whereby you activate
Presentations. And we are a bit disorganized. We are not planned.
of the change. Then engage employees by encouraging feedback and address concern in case employees may
It's a
not be
group
willing to be
presentation.
Then you also have provide ongoing support, whereby you offer training and resources to facilitate and encourage change. Next slide, please. Overcoming barriers to change. There is also identify resistance, is whereby you recognize and address employees' concern about change. You tackle a problem and give a solution. Then you have communicate
Can you hear me? Oh, okay. So my name is Naomi. So I'll take up the next slide. We are talking about the models of change, and we are looking at Lewis versus Kotter's change models, management models. So first of all, they both talk about organizational change management, which refers to structured approach aimed at transitioning individuals, team, and organizations from current state to a desired future state. Sorry, I'm struggling a bit with my site, and so you allow me the grace. So I move on to the next slide. I'm using my own slides and still struggling, but we move on to the next slide. So John Kotter change model. This model provides a detailed step-by-step process aimed at overcoming resistance and ensuring successful change implementation. It emphasizes leadership and strong guiding coalitions. It recognizes the importance of communication and quick wins and focus on managing resistance through active engagement. So the next slide is talking about the Kotter's 8 steps of change. The first one is you create a sense of urgency by highlighting the importance of change. You don't give your employees time to think about the change because you know they'll bring resistance. So the next step is form a powerful coalition. Then the third step is create a vision for change. Let them know what it looks like ahead there. Then communicate the vision so that they can be aware of what is going to happen. Then remove obstacles that hinder change. Of course, you'll have studied your people. You know the obstacles that could come up when we are trying to change. Create short-term wins by planning achievable targets. So don't stress them too much. Make sure that you have planned ahead for achievable targets. Consolidate gains and produce more change. Consolidate gains and produce more change. So slowly by slowly, you change slowly by slowly. You don't overwhelm them. Anchor new approaches in the culture by reinforcing change to ensure sustainability. That is self-explanatory. You move on to the next slide. Then we have Katz-Lewin's change management model. This model emphasizes 3 stages of change, which are unfreeze, preparing an organization for change by creating the motivation to change and addressing resistance, change transition, implementing the new process, behavior, or structure. Then there is the second one, which is refreeze, which involves stabilizing the organization after change. Its core idea emphasizes that change involves overcoming inertia and the importance of creating readiness for change. Then with the next slide, we are comparing the two models. So we are talking about the aspect. Then we have the Lewin's and then Kotter's model. So the first one is focus. Foundation of systematic change movement, according to Lewis, that is, from stability to change and stabilization. Then we have Kotter, talking about leadership, visualization, and active management of resistance. Sorry. Then we have the second one, which is approaches. Lewin's talk about linear. I don't know which word this is. I can't see. I don't know. Circle model or cycle model stressing, preparation, transition, and stabilization. Then Kotter talks about step-by-step process with specific action and planning. The third one is key emphasis. Lewin's is overcoming inertia, creating readiness before changing. Kotter is building agency, coalition, communication, and embedding change into culture. Then we have strengths. Lewin's is simplicity, ease of understanding, foundational framework. Then we have Carter talking about practically detailed guidance, focus on leadership and communication. Then we have the limitations of both of them. Lewin's may oversimplify complex organizational dynamics, while Carter can be bureaucratic or rigid, requiring active leadership and planning. So we talk about the contrast in the next slide. Okay, process details. Lewin's is more abstract and high level. Carter's detailed and action oriented. Then we have focus on resistance. Lewin's emphasis on freezing to overcome an inertia, while Carter is create agency and active frame manage resistance. It's more or less than what we were discussing earlier. Then we have time frame. Lewin's cyclical process for ongoing change. Carter is linear and sequential for complex changes initiative. Cultural integration. Lewin's is infers stabilization in freeze stage. Carter emphasizes on anchoring change. Maybe someone else can take from there the organizational development. Anyone, lady, or I go on? Okay, thank you. I've done a presentation and I wasn't ready. My God. I don't know how I sound. I'm seated somewhere having a very serious episode of hot flashes, menopausal hot flashes. Then I decided, someone was advising me, telling me, when it's hot, you go for hot things. When you start heating, you go for hot things. Then I decided the way to beat it, cappuccino, or is it coffee latte, Java. And I was feeling a bit hungry, so I decided to go for a croissant, not a croissant, croissant. So I thought I would have class here because of the jam. Kuna jam, my God, it's so much jam. I'm coming from work. Can you see how much jam there is? Naona jam. It's a lot of jam today. So while at it, I was thinking and wondering why people don't have, or why people don't listen to, or people don't like serious videos like advice. No one has time for advice, surprisingly. You'll make a video, a very big video, thinking you have you have very good advice, nobody will listen to it. But when you post a video dancing, that one will get 54k. Like, I have a video I posted while dancing, and that video got me 54k views with only 300. Okay, of course, that time that's how I started. I got 300 subscribers. I wonder whether all those people, if they all subscribed, I would be making money now. When I was coming, I was just thinking how society always put us at a pedestal, and how people have expectations of other people and not expectations of themselves. Here's someone criticizing you, saying you are old, you haven't achieved 1, 2, 3, you are old, you haven't started. For example, someone will say, I'm old, I'm starting a YouTube channel now. This is not supposed to be my type of thing, you know. Others will even say, I don't have any content worth watching. Others you'll hear someone criticizing someone because they are 35 and they don't have children. Yet they are the same people who will criticize you when you get a child at 18. So you are left wondering, what wanatakanga aje? What do people want? So I've sat down and thought, there's no right way to do it. And there's no way you're going to please everyone. And you weren't created. Imagine God, among the millions of people that are in this world, you're one of them. God saw it fit to create you. I am here because God wants me to be here. Yet there's someone who will want to pressure you to do something, or to do things the way they want them, or the way they think is right. Imagine there's no right or wrong way to do it. No, there's none. Do you? Then they will adjust. I'll continue creating content. Whoever likes, whoever doesn't like, don't care. But if you are here, please subscribe. I need to make money from this channel. Why was I thinking about that? Because at 52 years old, I have 3 adult children. My firstborn is 27, in the process of getting married. I have 25, going to 26 this year, and a 19-year-old in campus. And I'm considering either fostering a child or adoption. The only person that matters when it comes to that decision is me. And maybe the people who would take a responsibility of that child if I was not alive, if I died today. And those people, the first one would be obviously my ex. Because if I were to adopt a child, she or he would obviously be a sibling of the ones I already have. When I asked him, he doesn't have a problem with it. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure he is serious about that, because it's not his commitment, it's mine. My other kids have asked, my firstborn doesn't want anything to do with it. She says should be, even her, she doesn't want children herself. Like, she's not keen on getting kids. She keeps saying we mistreated them a lot because we were struggling a bit in our relationship. Not a bit, a lot. So that's why we ended up parting ways. So I think she still has those traumas, childhood traumas. My son doesn't mind it, so long it's a boy. She wants company. My last born daughter, she doesn't care much, but she says she will be okay with it. Like, if I were to die, she would take care of the child. Wow. It's scary to imagine that you would bring up a child, then die and leave them suffering. That has always, by the way, that has always been my worry. Even when I was bringing up these ones, I had always this anxiety about if I were to die or the father was to die, how they would where they would end up, what would happen to them. Or if the father was to die, yet I couldn't provide for them the way he was providing for them, what would happen to those kids? Imagine, here I am, 52, 19 years. My last born is 19, who can easily take care of themselves. They are adults. And I didn't die. So why should I live my life as if I have control over it? So, I'm addressing those people who think they are too late to do anything, to start anything. I think I'm a married bloomer generally, so I don't care very much, really. I got my job at 36. That's not usual. Not many people get jobs when they are that age. I got my job at 36. I'm feeling a bit hot. Let me open the window. So I got my job when I was 36. I've worked for the last 52. So I've worked for how many years? 16 years old. I'll be turning 52 in October. So I've worked for 12 years. I'm still self-conscious. I'm yet to have confidence to make content when people are watching. So, because there's always going to be people who are criticizing what you're doing, especially when you choose to do things that the public will have to consume. Learn not to take everything to heart. Let people adjust to you. Enjoy your life. Will at it. They will adjust. There's nothing you can do about it. As it looks like we are not going to have class today because we are about to start doing our exams. So the teacher has decided we read And was I ready to read? Of course not. I'm not home yet. And I'm not going to sit in that jam. I'm going to sit here and bore you to death, talking to you. Oh yeah. And someone with a child who is throwing tantrums. I fear recording them could get sued. I'm going to be talking about parenting. I'm a counselor, and I've done counseling for the last, I've done parenting for the last 27 years. Made all the mistakes there are in this world, mistreated those kids, and then learned the hard way to do it right after one of them decided to show me pepe. So I'm going to be sharing my journey with together with them, of course. I'm hoping to get a good camera soon so that I can record something with them as I ask them questions, or they ask the questions, so that you can understand what I'm talking about. In the meantime, let's listen to Sundowner.